Let's move on to Blue Jays Yankees, and we're all very high on Taijuan Walker up here in the north. 66 Fahrenheit, cold night in New York, getting colder, clear, 6 miles per hour, sideways across the diamond. The cool weather in the Northeast goes away tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be hot, and then it goes right back to being cold. It's strange weather pattern up here, but we're going to have a nice hot day tomorrow, and then go back to – it's going to get down to a 7 Celsius. I know that means nothing to most of you, but it's very cold in 2 nights. Okay, Debbie Garcia versus Taijuan Walker. Let's see what we're dealing with in the Blue Jays-Yankees spot. Yankees open up at minus 160. That's where they stand right now. This total sitting at 9. Davey Garcia, 3.06 ERA, 0.91 whip, getting compared to some of the spectacular Latino pitchers of the past. He's got, a lot of pressure on him, and he's pitched well. 18 Ks, 2 walks. I mean, that's the kind of K-walk ratio that you hope for in a great pitcher.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Jays versus righties, 247, 759 OPS. Yankees versus righties, 242, 773 OPS. Yankees getting healthier. Yankees and Jays getting healthier as well. Jays are getting healthier. Jays bullpen, 3.66, 1.36 whip. Yankees are rolling. They outscore the Orioles 21-3 in a 4-game sweep. Then have an off day yesterday. This rotation has a 1.95 ERA in its last 9 games. And Davey Garcia beat Toronto last Wednesday. We have a lot of these situations on today's card, Ant, where the pitcher has just seen the opponent. And we're getting it here. Toronto 8-4 over their last 12. Walker making his 4th start since being acquired from the Mariners. 1-0, 1.15 ERA with Toronto. And he saw the Yankees last Tuesday. 2 hits and 4 scoreless, but he walked 5. He's 0-2 with a 3.06 ERA and 3 career starts against the Yankees. And what are you thinking here, Jays-Yankees?
Yeah, so Garcia, I don't know a lot about him, obviously, just because he's brand new. But you're right. I kind of looked into him a bit. He's a high upside starting pitcher. I mean, I know they're really excited about the kid, and he's pitched well in a very limited sample size. So he's looked really good. I like Taijuan Walker. I know a lot of the peripheral metrics with him are bad. I mean, like his ERA is below 3 on the year, but his other ERA stats, those FIPS, the XFIPS, all those, they're approaching 5. But he's always been a pitcher who's had a lower ERA to high XFIP stuff, and that's because he doesn't really give up a lot of hard contact, and he has a low BIBP or BABIP BABIP. He has a low BABIP, and he has a career average BABIP below league average also. So I'm not really that concerned with Walker's peripheral stats here. I think the Yankees offense, people think it's better than what it is just because they're called the Yankees. They still have been kind of average all season long. I'm looking here at, I think this number's bloated. I call it the Yankees tax. This is just a massively bloated number on the New York Yankees. Honestly, I can go an entire 162-game baseball season and bet the Yankees twice because there's almost never value betting the Yankees. And I think that might be one of the reasons why so many people lose in baseball is because the Yankees are the most popular team and people like to bet their favorite team, so they keep betting the Yankees at bloated numbers. That might be it. I don't know. Anywho's, I digress. I have a half unit play here on the Blue Jays at plus 141. You might be able to get a better number at some of the other books if you shop around. But I took a half unit shot here on the Blue Jays just because their value is on the Blue Jays with this number. I'm not laying minus 160 market wide right now with the Yankees. Let me look. But yeah, I cannot lay that number with the Yankees about minus 150 to minus 160, depending on the book I'm looking at right now. Yeah, you can't lay that number with a starting pitcher who's only has like 8 career innings pitched and an offense that's average. I like the upside in the Blue Jays offense a little bit more than the upside in the Yankees offense right now. And I like Walker. I like Walker enough that I'm getting a big plus number on him, so that's why I'm going to back him. And in the plus 140 range, half unit on the Blue Jays, but I have another play here too because the kid has looked good. This Garcia kid has looked good. I do think Walker can shut down the Yankees a bit. So let's forget the full game here. Let's narrow this down to first 5. the number's 5 runs on the first 5 total. I took a half unit. Both these plays that I have in this game are half units, so they're not full unit plays. So that means they're above leans, but they're not full plays. I have a half unit on the first 5 under 5 at -115, and I have a half unit on the Blue Jays full game money line at +141.
Very, very, very interesting breakdown. Al Mac backing.
Boom. There's my boy Al. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for that stat, Al.
Down -$470 if you bet them each and every game. Luffy.
Yeah, like Garrett Cole's been average this year. I was sorry to cut you off, but like Garrett Cole's been average this year. And if you're like, hey, I want to back Garrett Cole and the New York Yankees, you're laying like almost $3. You're laying $3 on a guy who's So, I call it the Yankees tax for a reason. You can never you will never go wrong if you go an entire Major League Baseball season without betting on the Yankees. I come close. I bet them less than 5 times a season.
I rarely bet them as well. I doubled up on them to stop their losing streak against the Jays last Wednesday or Thursday. But very rarely. So you have no concern about these pitchers just meeting the opposition last week?
No, not really. Because it's a high total. Like 5 is a high number for a first 5. And, if it's 3-2 after 5 innings, I push, so I don't care. Or 4-1 or 5-0, whatever. 5 is just a high total. If it was like 4.5 or 4, I would have a little bit more concern. But I'm looking at a high total here with 2 pitchers who I kind of like. I looked into this Garcia kid. I mean, I kind of like him. I mean, I think he'll probably be good going forward. I mean, such a small sample size, though, so I can't say anything with certainty with the kid. But it's I don't have a lot of faith in the Yankees offense to just blow teams out right now. And, I could see this game being, a 4-3 final, 5-2, something like that.
Interesting. Very, very interesting breakdown. I'm certainly not on the other side of it, but I make a mess of these pitchers seeing the opponent a second time, and I don't want to simplify things. I'm not going to simplify things, but I screw it up. I agree that there's value on the Jays right now. Let's see what you can get on the Jays here. We'll go over to the odds page. The 5 walks is a little concerning, and I loved your breakdown of Taijuan Walker. We are drinking the Taijuan Walker juice right now in Toronto. FanDuel is offering you a +152. +152 on the Jays. Yeah,
bet that.
Nobody's over +140 except FanDuel. Give me that.
Take advantage of FanDuel. They're going to put a number up like that. Bet that. Well, that's because FanDuel's legal in Jersey, and everyone in Jersey, they're Yankee fans. They're going to bet. They're just going to hammer the Yankees. Yeah, but if you're in Jersey or Iowa or one of the other states that has FanDuel access, bet that. You got to punish them for putting up that stupid number. It doesn't even matter if it wins. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even matter if that number, if the Blue Jays win or not. That's a profitable bet long term. You take advantage of a book putting out a stupid line like that, like 10 cents higher than the rest of the market. Kill him for that shit.
Yeah, Mark Hunkerford got it +152. Joseph Gomez says FoxBet only has the +135. And there's Dan Kelly reiterating what our man Ant is saying. I've been betting baseball since the 70s, and there's always been no value on the Yankees because there's always had a lot of fans that bet. I love it.
There you go.
Probably goes back to when
used to be the Highlander. Yeah, 1902.
Great to have Dan Kelly with us. I love him. Okay, the more I talk about it, the more I also think about that 66 Fahrenheit. So can you go over your action one more time on this game?
I have a half unit on the Blue Jays money line, and I have a half unit on the first 5 under 5.
Why did you decide to take the first 5 instead of the full game when both bullpens are looking strong right now?
I just think the first 5 is a better number with I wanted to narrow it down to Walker and Garcia. I mean, I know what I'm getting from Walker, and I honestly, like, I been burned with the Blue Jays bullpen a couple times this year. So I'm just kind of looking at that. I just like that number a little bit better than the full game.
The 5 is a nice number.
Yeah, it's like I just thought when you correlate it, I thought the full game number, 9 seemed about right, but like a 5, half runs mean a lot more on first 5s than they do full game, and so for me to get like a 5 instead of a 4.5 is Dan faded. I like that comment. Dan faded Babe Ruth that likes to play the price.
Okay,
yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where, I wanted to target the starting pitchers. I think both of them, I like the look on. I think both of them can keep the other side to about 2 runs through 5 innings. The bullpens, it's a little bit more sketchy in my opinion.
Okay, I've come full circle. I'm going to come in on that first 5 under 5. Nice, cool night in Yankee Stadium and weather not blowing out. All right.